1A, 1B, 2B and 3A. How to represent this using arrow diagram? So here we have to represent the relation using arrow diagram. Then we can call it as it is anti-symmetric relation. The relation R is greater than, so R is equal to 2, 1, 9, 1, 9, 3 and 9, 7. Hello everyone, welcome back to my new session on discrete transformations. In my last session, I have discussed about the problems on Venn diagram. I have explained the problems on 2 elements and 3 elements. So today I will discuss the very important concept called relations. So what is this relations? So let us understand the topic called relations and how it is related to many sets values. So, relations. Before that, I will discuss the Cartesian product. So, already I have explained this concept in set theory also. So, what is this Cartesian product? Let set A is equal to A1, A2 up to AK and set B is equal to B1, B2 up to Bm. So, here the Cartesian product called A cross B. The Cartesian product is represented by A cross B is defined by a set of pairs, set element of A and set element of B. I will product this set elements of A and B, that is A cross B is equal to A1 B1, A2 B2 up to AK and Bm. You can observe this A1 B1, A2 B2, A1 Bm and AK Bm. So here have paired with the first element of both set A and set B and again first element with second element, first element with last element, and again have selected the second element with first element, second element till last element. So this is the concept of Cartesian product. Cartesian product defines a product set or a set of all ordered arrangements, of elements in sets in the Cartesian product. So it should be in the Cartesian product method. Example, set A is equal to 1, 2 and set B is equal to 3 and 4. So what is the Cartesian product here? So A cross B is equal to 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 4, 2, 3, 2, 4. 1, 3, 1, 4 and 2, 3, 2, 4. So this is called as Cartesian product. So set of ordered pairs that satisfy a relationship. So this relationship is based on this Cartesian product. So what is the meaning of relation? So here a relation is any association of link between elements. Is a link between elements of one set called the domain or the set of inputs. Domain is called as set of inputs and another set called the set of outputs. So domain is called as the set of inputs and outputs. Inputs and outputs is called as domain. So what is the meaning of relation? Relation is a link between elements. So link between the set of elements is called as relation. Example, again I am considering two set of elements 1, 2 and B is equal to A comma B. So here I have two set elements. So here I have two sets, set A and set B. In set A I have two elements. In set B also I have two elements. So here first I will find A cross B. So what is A cross B? 1A, 1B and 2A, 2B. So this is A cross B. I have A cross B, that is Cartesian product. So example, I will take R1 is equal to 1A and 2A. And again I will take R2 is equal to 1B and 2B. So in Cartesian product A cross B have this set of elements called 1A, 2A, 1B and 2B. So this R1 and R2 is a subset of A cross B. R1 is a subset of A cross B and also R2 is a subset of A cross B, right? So set of order pairs is satisfies relationships. So this is about the relation. So here I have two set elements, so here I have two set elements A and B, and also I find the Cartesian product and I can find the relationship between the set elements A and B. So here R1 is a subset of A cross B and also is a subset of A cross B. So already I have explained the meaning of subset in previous session. So this is about relationship. So using arrow diagram you can represent the relationships. So here in set element A I have 1, 2 and in set B I have A and B. This is set A and set B. How to relate this set A and set B? After finding the A cross B, that is Cartesian product, I got 1 comma A, 1 comma B, 2A, 2B, right? So I will relate with each and every element. So 1 to A, 1 comma A, I will connect this 1 to A and again 1 to B. Using arrow diagram, I can represent the relationship. So here I have 2A and 2B. So 2 is related to A and also it's related to B. So this is called as relation. And also I can represent this using matrix method also. So here, this is about your relation. So here I am representing the relationship between the two set values, that is R is a subset of A cross B. Already have discussed with an example. So R is a subset of A cross B. A is equal to 1 comma 2, B is equal to A, B, C. I have two sets A and B. A is 1 and 2 and B is A, B, C. So here find the Cartesian product A cross B is equal to 1A, 1B and 1C. Again 2A, 2B and 2C. So first find the Cartesian product and you can write the arrow diagram. So in set A I have 1 and 2. In set B I have 3 set element called A, B, C. So using arrow diagram you can represent the relationship. So 1 is linked to A and 1 to B and 1 to C. Again 2 to A, 2 to B and 2 to C. An example, if you are writing the relation R is equal to 2B, 1B. If you are representing the particular relation, if your element is a subset of A cross B, then we can represent with this symbol R is a subset of A cross B. This is about relation. And another example for relation, example A is equal to 1, 2, 3, B is equal to A, B, C. Then they have given the relation R is equal to 1A, 1B, 2B, 3A is a relation from A to B. Exactly, it is a relation from A to B. They have mentioned the relation of a given set 1A, 1B, 2B and 3A. How to represent this using arrow diagram? So in set A, I have 1, 2, 3. In set B, I have A, B, C. So in relation, I have 1 to A and 1 to B. And in relation, 2 to B and 3 to A. Here I have only 4 relations between these two set elements. So using arrow diagram, I have represent the relation between set A and set B. So this is about the relation. And The next concept we have binary relation. Let A and B be sets. A binary relation from A to B is a subset of A cross B. Is a subset of A cross B. Let R be a relation if AB belongs to R. So, AB belongs to R. So, we can write A is a relation of B. And example, A is equal to AB, B is equal to 1, 2, 3. So, here what is ARB? First find the Cartesian product, and here they have given ARB. A relation B is equal to A1, A2, B3. Is this subset of A cross B? Yes, of course, this is a subset of A cross B. So, here I have A1, A2, A3 and B1, B2, B3. In the next step, we have ARB, A relation B, have some elements A1, A2, B3. A1 is there, A2 is there and B3 also is there. So, ARB is a subset of A cross B also. This is called as binary relation. And the next example, let A is equal to ABC and B is equal to 1, 2, 3. So, here we have to find is this relation of A and B or not. So, here R is equal to A1, B2, C2. Is R is equal to A1, B2, C2 a relation from A to B? Is this relation from A to B? A1 is there, B2 is also there, C2 also there. Yes, it is a relation. So, first answer is yes, it is a relation between A and B. Q is equal to 1A and 2B. Is a relation from A to B? Understand the concept properly. So, in the first step, we got a relation of A and B. That is A1, B2, C2. It is relation of A and B. So, next question is Q is equal to 1A and 2B. Is this relation from A to B? No, it is not a relation from A to B because here we have 1A, 2B. It is not a relation from A to B, it is a relation from B to A. In the relation, we have 1A, 2B. It is not a relation from A to B, it is a relation from B to A. This is your relation. So, it is not a relation. No, it is not a relation. And the next question is P is equal to AA, BC. P is equal to AA, BC and BA. Is this relation? Yes, it is relation of A and A. Relation of A and A. So, if you are writing A is equal to A, B, C, again I will write relation A is equal to A, B, C. You will get this combination AA, BB, BC, BA, etc. So, find the A cross A here. So, you will get AA, AB, AC and BA, BB and BC, and you'll get CA, CB and CC. So, this is a relation from A to A. Yes, this question is right. Is P is equal to AA, BC, BA a relation from A to A? Yes, it is a relation from A to A. So, this is about the relation. So, this is an example for relation. And the next example, let A is equal to A1, A2, A3, A4, B is equal to B1, B2, B3. So, they have given the relation of A and B, A1, B1, A1, B3, A2, B2, A2, B3, A3, B1, A3, B3 and A4, B1. So, here we have to represent the relation using arrow diagram. So, in the first relation, I have set element A1, A2, A3, A4. In set element B1, B2, B3. So, what is your relation? A1, B1, A1, B1, A1, B3, A2, B2 and A2, B3 and A3, B1, A3, B3 and A4, B1. So this is your arrow diagram for this given relation. And you can also represent this relation using matrix method. So how to represent using matrix method? So here in rows, I'll write the set element A, that is A1, A2, A3, A4, and in columns, I'll write B1, B2, B3. So in the given relation, I have A1, B1. In place of A1, B1, put 1. And the second relation is A1, B3. A1, B3, I will put 1. And the third one is A2, B2. In place of A2, B2, I will put 1. And A2, B3. And A3, B1. And A3, B3. And A4, B1. So we have given relation. So in place of this given relation, you can put 1 and the remainings are 0. You can represent this remaining values by 0. So this is your matrix representation using relation. And the next very important concept is properties of relations. So we have different properties to representing the relation. So which are the properties we have to study? So first one, reflexive relation. So first one is reflexive relation. So what is this reflexive relation? A relation R on set A is called reflexive if A comma A belongs to R. If your relation has to satisfy A comma A, B comma B, C comma C, etc. It belongs to relation R. Then we can call it as it is a reflection. Then we can call it as it is reflexive relation. So A comma A belongs to R for all A belongs to set A. We can call it as it is reflexive relation. If your relation is satisfies this A comma A, B comma B, C comma C and D comma D, etc., then we can call it as it is reflexive relation. It is very simple, right? Example, assume relation R is equal to A comma B if A such that B on A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 is R reflexive. You have to find the reflexive property. So A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. So first find the Cartesian product, but here they have given the R relation, that is 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 2, 2, 2, 4, 3, 3 and 4, 4. They have given the relation. If they have not given the relation, you have to find A cross A first. So here I have only one set element called set A, 1, 2, 3, 4. So B is not there. So first you have to find A cross B, Cartesian product. Then you can find is this reflexive or not. Exactly, it is reflexive. So but here they have given the R is equal to 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 2, 2, 2, 4, 3, 3 and 4, 4. So what is the meaning of reflexive? If it is satisfy AA, BB, CC, DD, etc., then we can call it as reflexive. So is there AA? Yes, 1, 1 and 2, 2 is there, 3, 3 is there, 4, 4 is there. So till how many combination has to come? Here in set elements have 4 set values. So till 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 and 4, 4 has to come in your relation. Then it can be, then we can call it as it is reflexive. So in this relation, I have 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 and 4, 4. So it is belongs to A. This is called as reflexive property. If it is satisfy AA, BB, CC belongs to R, then we can call it as it is reflexive relation. And the next one, example, and the next example is, are the following relations on 1, 2, 3, 4 reflexive? So first we'll check the relation 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4. So in this relation, so this is the first relation. In the first relation, I have 1, 1, 3, 3 and 4, 4. But where the 2, 2? So 2, 2 is not there in your first relation. So it is not a reflexive relation. because it has to satisfy both 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 and 4, 4. But 2, 2 is not there in this relation, so it is not a reflexive relation. And in the second relation, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3 and 4, 4. Is this reflexive? Yes, it is reflexive because it satisfies both 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 and 4, 4. So yes, it is a reflexive relation. And the third one, R is equal to 1, 1, 2, 2 and 3, 3. So 4, 4 is missing here. So it is not a reflexive. So it is not a reflexive because it is not satisfies 4, 4 in the relation combination. We have 1, 1, 2, 2 and 3, 3, but 4, 4 is not there. So this is about reflexive relation. So reflexive relation has to satisfy AA, BB, CC, DD, etc. So if it is satisfied AA belongs to R, then we can call it as it is reflexive relation. And the next concept is irreflexive relation. What is this irreflexive? If it does not satisfy AA, then we can call it as it is irreflexive. It is the opposite of reflexive. A relation on a set A is called irreflexive if AA is not belongs to R. Then we can call it as it is irreflexive solution. And symmetric solution and symmetric relation. What is the symmetric? Relation R on a set A is called symmetric if B comma A belongs to R and A comma B is also belongs to R. If B comma A belongs to R, why not A comma B belongs to R? So if it is satisfy this condition, we can call it as it is symmetric relation. So AB belongs to R and BA belongs to R. So for all AB belongs to A, then we can call it as it is symmetric relation. AB belongs to R and BA belongs to R. Example, I have a set of relation 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 2, 2, 2, 4, 3, 3 and 4, 4. Here you have to check, is this symmetric or not? So what is the condition? BA belongs to R, AB belongs to R. Example I will show you. 3, 4 belongs to R. Here 3 means it is A and B means it is 4. So A value is 3, B value is 4. If it is 4, 3 belongs to R, then we can call it as it is symmetric. So in a given relation, I have 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3. 1, 2 is there, but 2, 1 is not there. And 1, 3 is there, 3, 1 is not there. And 1, 4 is there, 4, 1 is not there. And 2, 4 is there, 4, 2 is not there. Then it is not a symmetric relation. No, it is not symmetric since 1, 2 belongs to R, but 2, 1 is not belongs to R. So this is called as symmetric relation. If it is not satisfied, it is not a symmetric. If it is satisfied, B comma A belongs to R and A comma B is also belongs to R, then we can call it as it is symmetric. And what is this asymmetric? Asymmetric, a relation R on a set A is called asymmetric if AB belongs to R implies that BA is not belongs to R for all AB belongs to A. If it is not satisfied this condition, then we can call it as it is asymmetric relation. And the next property is antisymmetric relation. R is a relation in set A. AB belongs to R, BA belongs to R implies A is equal to B. If your condition is AB belongs to R and BA is also belongs to R, so it is satisfied A is equal to B also. Then we can call it as it is antisymmetric relation. So let's see the example. A is equal to 1, 2, 3. So here 1, 1 and 3, 3. In 1, 1, value of A is equal to 1, value of B is also equal to 1. Then why not it satisfy this A is equal to B? So it can satisfy this A is equal to B, A is equal to 1, B is equal to 1. So we have 3, 3 also, A is equal to 3, B is also equal to 3. Then it satisfies this condition called A is equal to B. Then we can call it as it is antisymmetric relation. So this is about antisymmetric relation. And the next example problem, are the following relations on 1, 2, 3, 4 symmetric? So here you have to check this is symmetric or not. Please practice this problem. This is assignment questions for you. And the next relation is transitive relation. A relation R on a set A is called transitive if whether AB belongs to R, BC belongs to R and AC belongs to R for ABC set elements. So if your relation has to satisfy AB belongs to R, BC belongs to R and obviously AC belongs to R. So AB belongs to R, BC belongs to R and AC belongs to R. Then if it is satisfied this condition, then we can call it as it is transitive relation. So other following relations are transitive. I have 4 set elements 1, 2, 3, 4 and have relation also 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1 and 3, 3. So here I have relation. It has to satisfy AB. So here we'll check the condition is transitive or not. So here I have 1, 1, A comma B has to satisfy R. In place of A, I have 1 and 1. So A value is 1, B value is also 1. And next is 1 comma 2. So here B value is 1, C value is 2. So it is belongs to R. And I have 2 comma 1. So this is C and this is A. AC or CA both are same. So it is satisfy AB 1 comma A. It is satisfying AB, that is 1 comma 1 belongs to R. A value is 1, B value is also 1. And we have 1 comma 2. So here B value is 1, C value is 2. 1, 2 belongs to R. And also we have 2 comma 1. So here C value is 2 and A value is 1. So it is transitive relation. It has to satisfy these 3 conditions, then we can call it as it is transitive relation. AB belongs to R, BC belongs to R, AC belongs to R. This is about transitive relation. Next we have equivalence relation. A relation R is said to be equivalence if it is reflexive, transitive and symmetric. It has to satisfy both the condition, then we can call it as it is equivalence relation. It has to satisfy reflexive, transitive and symmetric. If your condition is satisfy both the relation, then we can call it as it is equivalence. So first check for reflexive, transitive and symmetric also. So first I will check 1, 1 is there, 2, 2 is also there, 3, 3 and 4, 4 is there. So condition is satisfied. And transitive. So what is transitive? AB, BC and AC belongs to R. So here already I have told you about this. 1, 1, 1, 2 and 2, 1 is there. 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1. 1, 1, 1, 2 and 2, 1. So it can satisfy this transitive also. So it satisfied reflexive and transitive also. So what is symmetric? 1 comma 2 is there and 2 comma 1 also is there. So AB belongs to R and BA is also belongs to R. Then we can call it as it is symmetric. So 1 comma 2 and 2 comma 1, it is satisfying this symmetric relation. So if your condition is satisfying both transitive, reflexive and symmetric, then we can call it as it is a equivalence relation. And the next relation is inverse relation. So hope you know about the inverse function. So we can represent it by R inverse. So then the inverse of R can be defined by R inverse is equal to B comma A such that A comma B belongs to R. So here I have set element A and B. A is equal to 1, 2, 3. B is equal to AB. And also I have R inverse. So here have a relation of R inverse and here you have to find the inverse of R. So in a given inverse, you have 1A, 1B, 3A, 2B. So what is this? So what is the meaning of inverse? It is opposite. So 1A means it is A1 and 1B changes to B1, 3A changes to A3 and 2B changes to B2. This is called as inverse function. I have R inverse 1A, 1B, 3A, 2B and we have to change it in a inverse relation. That means A changes to B, B changes to A. This is called as inverse relation. And the last relation is complementary relation. Already in set theory, have discussed complement of a set. So same method we can apply to this complementary relation also. So let R be the relation from A to B. So the complement of R can be defined by R complement of A of B such that AB belongs to R. So R complement is equal to A cross B minus R. So using this method we can find the complement. So A cross B minus R. So here I have A cross B. So first you have to find A cross B. So A is equal to AB, B is equal to 1, 2, 3. If your R complement is equal to A2, B1, B3, find R dash. So first find A cross B here. What is A cross B? A cross B is A1, A2, A3 and B1, B2, B3. So this is your A cross B. First find A cross B. Then find R complement. So what is R complement? A cross B minus R. So in a given relation we have A2, B1, B3. Except this we can write the remaining value of A cross B. So we have A2. You just skip this A2 and B1 and B3, then write the remaining of A cross B, that is A1, A3 and B2 is your answer to this question. So A is equal to AB, B is equal to 1, 2, 3. First find Cartesian product of A and B, then you can find R complement. So first check the given R is A2, B1, B3. Except this, you can write the remaining in a Cartesian product. So I have A2, B1, B3 in a given R. So except this, you can write the remaining value. This is called as complement of relation. So today you learned, so we have different properties on relations. So we have studied transitive, symmetric, equivalence, complementary, inverse, asymmetric relations. So this is about properties of relation. And the last topic is domain and range. Very important question for 2 marks. So find the domain and range. What is this domain and range? If there are two sets A and B, our relation R have ordered pair X and Y. The domain of R, we can represent it by DOM of R. Domain of R is a set X such that XY belongs to R for some Y in B. That means, so all X inputs are called as domain and all Y outputs is called as range. The range of R is represented by RAN. R is a set of Y. All the set of X values is called as inputs, that is domain. Domain is a all input values and range is a all output values. So let us understand with an example. So example, A is equal to 129, B is equal to 137. Here we have two sets A and B. If a relation R is equal to, then R is equal to 1133. Here I have a relation called 11 and 33 for a given set A and B. And how to find the domain and range to this question? So here all the X values, this is I will consider as X and this is Y and this is also X and Y. So range means all X values is called as inputs, that is domain. It's very simple concept. All x values are domain and all y values are range. That's it. So domain of R is equal to 1, 3 is my domain because I have considered only x possible values. And range is equal to again 1, 3 because in y position I have 1 and 3 only. And the next example, if relation R is less than R is equal to 1, 3, 1, 7, 2, 3, 2, 7. I have relation 1, 3, 1, 7, 2, 3, 2, 7. So find the domain and range here. So all possible x values is called as domain. Here I have 4 relations 1, 3, 1, 7, 2, 3 and 2, 7. So in the first 2 relations, 1 is the common, that is your domain. And in the second 2 relations, we have 2 is a common. So this is your domain. Domain of R is equal to 1, 1, 2, 2. So directly I can write just 1, 2. And what is the range? Range is equal to 3, 7, 3, 7. So twice it is repeated. So range is 3, 7. So this is your domain and range. So last example, if a relation R is greater than, so R is equal to 2, 1, 9, 1, 9, 3 and 9, 7. So what is domain? Domain means it is 2, 9, 9, 9. So directly I can write this 2, 9. And what is your range? 1, 1, 3, 7. So I will write 1, 3, 7 is my range. Domain is 2, 9. So this is your correct answer for domain and range. This is about domain and range. This 2 marks question. So today you learnt domain and range and the basic concepts of relations and the properties of relation. So in my next session, I will discuss the problems on relations. Thank you.